Precision in every pour, perfection in every swing, mastering the art of golf and whiskey. Welcome to GolfCask Finger Dispersions.
All right, everyone, welcome out to Bergwood Golf Course. We're back at the far side of the driving range, and just want to talk about how you could potentially use finger dispersions in your training. So this is a performance game. So like we know with performance, we want to keep the behaviors as representative as we possibly can. So what we call this is serial practice. And serial is really just a name that's describing a predictable order of shots. So again, for performance training, we don't want to hit the same club twice in a row. Let's say we're varying up clubs. It would make no sense to go wedge and then long iron, right? Because that's basically never going to happen. So you want to simulate what's going to happen in the order that's going to happen. So we're going to do a par 5 game. We're going to have 5 par 5s. And our goal is, depending on the level of player, to get a certain scoring average based off of the proximity in fingers of that third shot. So the way I'm going to start this is, again, I'm going to simulate golf. So all the behaviors that I'm going to elicit on the golf course, I'm going to do here. All right. So I'm going to simulate which hole I'm going to play. So this is going to be number 1 at Bergwood. I'm going to pretend like I'm on number 1 at Bergwood. I'm going to hold up my dispersion, find my target. I'm going to go through and hit my shot. Now, if I hit the drive anywhere inside my dispersion, golden. All right, doesn't matter if it's on the edge of the finger, in the middle of the finger, on the other side. As long as the drive is inside your finger dispersion, then no penalty. Move on to your go for green shot. So now I'm going to put the driver down and take up my next ball. So let's say that I had missed my dispersion with the drive. Well, now what happens is that with the approach shot, I'm going to have a certain tolerance of fingers. So let's say I might start with this game, you start at 3 fingers. If I would have missed my dispersion, well, now my tolerance moves to 2 fingers for this shot. All right, so again, I hit it within my dispersion, so I'm going to pick my target. I'm going to do the same thing I would normally do, so I'm figuring out where my dispersion is. I'm going to go ahead and try to push the green as far down there as I can hit it. All right, and so again, the question is now, did I hit it within my bandwidth? So 3 fingers, I did. So then now I go to the approach, or sorry, the short game shot, because I'm inside 40 yards. So now to get a birdie, I would need to be within 2 fingers. To be a par, I would need to get within 3 fingers. A bogey would be anything outside 3 fingers. Now let's say if on that approach, sorry, if on that go for green shot, I would have missed my dispersion. Well, now the birdie moves to 1 finger. The par moves to 2 finger. The bogey moves up to 3 fingers, all right? And you can even play this to where, let's say you stack shots in a row inside your dispersion. So again, driver, let's say your goal is 3. Go for green shot, your goal is 3. If you get 2 of those in a row, maybe now the birdie moves up to 3 fingers, par moves to 4, right? Bogey moves to 5. So you're basically giving yourself a tolerance for this last shot, because this is the one that's going to decide if you make the birdie or not. Again, depending on if you're hitting your drive and your go for green shot in your dispersion, you're either going to have a smaller tolerance for your birdie, a normal tolerance for your birdie, or a wider tolerance for your birdie, again, if you're hitting your spot. So again, I'm going to pretend that I'm on the golf course. I might have a rangefinder. I'm going to shoot my yardage. I'm going to throw up my dispersion. No reason not to go for it. And then I'm going to go through, again, those exact same behaviors. Because I stacked 2 shots in a row inside my dispersion, now my birdie tolerance is 3 fingers. So as long as I get this inside 3 fingers, then I'm going to give myself a birdie. All right, so if I take the distance, it's going to be right on the edge. We're going to call that inside 3 fingers. So that would have been a birdie. And then I'm going to repeat that process, visualizing a different hole. I'm still always playing the shots in the order that I'm going to play them, but you're giving yourself, again, a consequence in proximity for that third shot, depending on if you hit your first shot in your dispersion or not, second shot inside your dispersion or not. So hopefully that gives you some ideas around what you can do in training and kind of using fingers to give you consequences for your shots.